Hello and welcome to Best Fiends Forever. This is an exciting new installment of the Best Fiends franchise. And this time round, it is all about clickers, which, let's be honest, are kind of a big deal currently. There's a few big ones out there, so it does make sense that Best Fiends does one as well. Because the art, as always, as you can see here from me flailing about, is gorgeous. The characters are pretty cool as well. Like, there's a reason that Best Fiends is actually doing really quite well. There's a reason I've stuck around and played like 350 goddamn levels of the thing. Hopefully you guys like the look of this, and if you are interested, you can always download it for free at the link in the description. So we are going to have a look at Tempest Cave onwards to give you a rough idea of how the gameplay works. Now, because it is a clicker, there's quite a lot of stuff going on the screen at once, as you will shortly see. Now, the basic setup we'll come back to in a minute, because I'm going to take this power up whilst it's there. They randomly show up, so there's no point in squandering them. And I think that I'm probably going to go... I might double up, actually, because I've got some diamonds, which you get from completing quests, like mini quests, just like level this character up to level 10, defeat X number of slugs, because the slugs are back and we have to stop them. So, you know, may as well get paid for the effort. So I think, yeah, if I double it, and then I take the 4,000 coins, that's possibly the best way of doing it. So a clicker game is as simple as this. You have loads of different things or different timers that you click to produce things or do things or attack, and in this case it's attack. Now, these guys all have a specific time frame that they attack on, but they also have separate timers for special power-up abilities. And those can be very helpful later on, and that's why you do want to level them up, because they give you an extra boost to your basic damage that you do with your fingers tapping the screen. So, big money there. Now got a boss that was super easy, and just picked up a reward. So this is one of the powers that I was talking about, and it's for Howie. Or for Blue, actually, not just for Howie, and it's called Thunderstrike. So that will blaze through a load of enemies and just help you out in times of need. Now, what you probably want to do, actually, is save Howie up, or Blue and Red up, especially for things like the boss fights, because there is an element of strategy involved. The lower down ones do take longer to power up. Than, like, green is fastest, then it's purple, then it's yellow, then I think it's red, then blue, which you can kind of see as well if you look at the cost to level them up, which is underneath each individual fiend. Howie's actually like level 16 and is already costing more than everyone else, so when he does attack it's great, but you have to wait. So there is an element of strategy, as I said, to things like that. You may want to save it up for that boss fight. I'm just sort of powering through here, and actually we're about to get onto the boss stage for Tempest Cave, which is a nice surprise. I'm using some of the power-ups, and the way to do it, it's all really simple, is you just swipe up. And actually, especially if you're on the iPhone, I guess Android probably does it too, you can swipe it with 2 fingers, guys. Like, multi-touch is amazing. So who's in the box? Oh, it's Jean! I like Jean. So, as you progress through the levels, you get to unlock familiar faces to some, new faces to others, but you get to unlock more fiends. Now, when you unlock them, it does start them at level 1, you have to level them up again, but they in theory should do a little bit more damage, so you end up with an upgrade anyway. Choose your own team makeup if you want, if you've got a favourite, like I quite like Whisper, who is a purple one. I think she's supposed to be a wasp or like a hornet or something, and she evolves into like a queen, and I quite like her, so at some point she'll be in my team makeup, and I'll tweak it around depending on who turns up at what point in the story. So I'm just going to very quickly redeem that thing that's flashing up on the top left, which is a challenge. And those are additional mini objectives that grant you diamonds, which are in-game currency, just for completing different things. So, for example, currently it's use the yellow power-up, which is Coin Storm. It's kill 5 slug bosses, and then it's spend 2 hours outside of the game, which is a novel one, but it makes sense because this is a automated clicker game to some extent. So whilst you're offline doing something else, these little guys can generate currency for you, which you can then level them up with when you get back. So it pays off to not be playing it as much as to be playing it. Now, I mentioned this at the start, but this really shows it off far better than the start personally, and that is the sheer amount of work that goes into the art for Best Fiends games. They are gorgeous, like across the board. Not only the little fiends, not only the slugs, and the variety on them is great, especially in this. And I'm loving the ones that have like a little suit and tie on and like worker hats and stuff. It's great. I love it so much. Look at him, he's got a little briefcase and some glasses. So I really like that. I like the theming, I like how they've done this, and it just feels fun. You know, it's something to just mess around with on your phone for, you know, however long, and it's great. So guys, if you like the look of this, whether you're an old or a new fan of Best Fiends, do go and give it a go. Link is in the video description. Let me know how far you get. Also, what is your preferred technique? Which sounds ridiculous. Are you a single tapper? Are you a multiple tapper? If you're a multiple tapper, do you do the 4-finger technique, which I do, where I put it on my lap and spam it, and everyone looks at me really weirdly in public? If so, high five. Let me know what your approved technique is, guys. Also, give it a funky name. Like, I'd call mine the Hannah Hot Fingers, but that just sounds really sad or a little bit dirty. But let me know in the comments section what your preferred method is, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.